So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begnan.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And this is now today's lineup.
It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball, and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
So off we go then. Barkley. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barkley showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Barkley. Lovely feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tierney, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Tielemans.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Barkley. And here's Watkins. Pressure coming in from all directions. That's good play. It's Barkley! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now, can they get him away? That's very neat. Played in. Mings deals with that comfortably. Good play on the left-hand side here. Barkley. Onana. Cash. Watkins. And he's running through. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Rodgers!
Well, it wasn't a bad effort. I mean, you could see his intention. It just needed a bit more curl and bend to take it away from the goalkeeper.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Madsen. Oh, sweet feet. Can he get it through? He's had a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's a goal! Half approaching. That could be a big one. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So the first goal of the game.
There will be one.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the...
And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And if you do have a chance,
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. So the action resumes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Tierney is wide and looking to get onto this.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Now it's Watkins. Tielemans. And here's Barkley. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Still just a single goal between the sides. Tielemans.
The attendance for
So,
this
Jim,
match
what are you
was
thinking?
29,514.
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further.
Barkley! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
He's in a great position here, and he was alert to it. Onana. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Barkley clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 10. Substitutions taking place.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. And it's Tierney. That's destined for the flank. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, they've got it again. No way through, so back it comes. And the shot! It's a loose ball. And no, he couldn't find a finish.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Number 7.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
Number 24.
Lots and lots of changes.
Onana. Coming on the field.
Not too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
44.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Rodgers.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's played it in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. They've played it short. And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. And that will be the final act. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. So we're up and running. Menu. And it's Casemiro. Threads one in. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Aimed beyond the defence. That's put paid to the danger. Menu. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Diogo Dalot. Oh, Red, nice interception. Still goalless. Heaven promptly onto that, and that is that. Menu. Throw it. Casemiro. Played into space. Not the most accurate pass. Šeško. Šeško. Good driving run. Nicely weighted ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Looking to play him in. Matías Cunha. Shaw. And it's Menu. This might spell danger. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And the through ball. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Burmo, upright and purposeful. And Burmo stood his ground strongly. Shoots! The captain delivers!
Listen, you don't get lucky in doing what he just has. It comes from an inner desire and competitiveness to work on the moments that can elevate his game and this game.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And we've reached half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Everyone, please welcome the
Manchester United coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Number 30.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Manchester United have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Back underway then. Manchester United leading courtesy of the game's only goal. No way through, so back it comes. Shifted it to the flank. It's a sweeping cross. Matías Cunha! A real chance and a real let-off. Shot could be on. Not a hint of offside here.
The attendance for this match.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
They're quick to press here, right on top of them. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Shot a goal! Off the post! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. 75 minutes played. Oh, good-looking ball. So what can they make of this? Looking for the run. Zirkzee is onto this. They are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that really is so impressive. Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Manchester United are coasting towards victory. Chance, surely! Oh, brilliant save.
Substitution.
They've played it short. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Heaven running with intent. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's it. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Zirkzee taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Manchester United definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play, running in behind.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre-forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Well, we're on the way. Gracic. Undor. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. So, what can they make of this? Looking for the run. Pass is just off target. Some good work on the right flank here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and he's had it nicked away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quick look, then plays it in.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Well, that should get the job done. Looking for options for movement. And it's made its way to him. Real chance! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Keane.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's nice. Now here's the delivery. And he's there to get it away. And it's Hossens. Oh, nice touch. Now that looks a decent ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Undor. Shot a goal! Threads one in. That has ended up in no man's land. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. The second period is underway.
Firenze are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Indoor, driving forwards. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He is through here. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
And it's been shipped out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. And the counter is on. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Can he get it through?
Midtjylland really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Indoor. And here's Keane. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams. And a chance! He's got away with one there.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 20.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Il numero 91 e il numero 2. Cambio di giocatori.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Ball is over the line. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Takes a shot! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
It's their second corner of the game. Fagioli with the short one. He's having a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. And now the breakaway. He's in a great position here. And they can counter here. Fagioli being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
That's put paid to the danger. So that was it, the first period of extra time. And so penalties loom ever closer. Is there anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes? And we are already back underway. So, for the last time, who dares to win? Looking to play him in. It's played through for him. It'll be a throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gosens. And that is well cleared.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So there you have it, penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
Well, the standout issue for me, Peter, is the question why they waited until extra time to reveal their true selves.
So 2 inconclusive hours of action. All that remains then, penalties. And he has done his bit.
Well, so far, so good, Peter. Yep, good pen that.
So both teams on the board. So on to the second man.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked a spot, and didn't change.
Billing is the second man to step up for his team.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
We're on to number 3 here. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Great penalty, outwitted the keeper. It's 3 each. Possens, 4th in their queue. Big character, big moment, big save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Oh, you're not going to save that.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that. Well, you know what I'm going to say, Peter. It's all about nerve.
Saved! And that will be that. So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. So, Jim, quite a game. Decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Firenze definitely had to take the scenic route, but I don't think they'll be complaining too much. Their sense of purpose and overall approach to the game just gave them a slight edge that enabled them to pull through.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And this is now today's lineup.
Rouge have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Mauro Icardi. He's going to be a big threat up front, Peter, and for me, it's his positioning that makes him the player he is. He just seems to always be able to find that extra half a yard, and he times his runs to absolute perfection. It just all seems completely instinctive. He makes it look so easy.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Sara, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Sanchez. And it's Torreira. Sané. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's played it in low. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Lovely bit of skill. There's the shot! And he's done it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 21 minutes, it is number 9.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Shalai. Here's Sané. Torreira. And it's Sané. And he's managed to get free. Sara.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, that's a key interception. Sané. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now he's running away. Goes for a shot! And no mistake. They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
After 45 minutes is number 14.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Bruges are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Sara. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Bruges, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. And he's quick to get rid. Taken back almost at once. Torreira.
The attendance for this match was 29,840.
No way through. Pass somewhat off target. It's out for a goal kick. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Bruges, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, it's Gundogan. Oh, that's fabulous. Yilmaz finding himself in space. And they're quick to get it back. Knocks it into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Sara. And Yilmaz. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Number 9. Coming on the field. Number 67. Number
Badazzi.
11. Substitution in progress.
Jacobs. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Sara. And it's Gundogan. Nicely spread. He's looking wide. Stankovic. And there's the shot! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
Stankovic certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
He is
There will
through
be 3
here.
minutes added
It's
time.
Gundogan. Gets a good foot in there. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And time is up. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Brugge definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my
And
co-commentator,
now I'd
Jim
just like to
Beglin.
read out
A
our
very
fan
good
comment.
evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Well, we're on the way. That has been slung wide. Oh, the movement is... Pablo Fornals! They're back in possession and ready to go again. Tries one from range! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Pablo Fornals actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Pablo Fornals. He's got away. Real chance! Deftly away. Amrabat. Pablo Fornals. Chance for a shot! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. It made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, that has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Anthony supplying the width on this right-hand side. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Lyson looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's made its way to him, and he's got the... He's having a shot! Oh, that is a fair try, and it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. We're on the move again.
Seville definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He won't be happy with that one. Over to the right flank. Driving forward. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, good spread. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Copenhagen definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless. Shot a goal!
Copenhagen really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Succumbs to the pressure. Pablo Fornals is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
It's good to see that, Peter. He put in a very good day's work, and you can't do a lot more. It's a well-deserved rest.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, what a ball! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this. Seville surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. One-nil as we head towards the end.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Seville nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Space for him to turn and look. He's shooting! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put to bed a lot earlier, especially when the opponents struggled to get back into it. They could have shown greater potency.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
found the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I see this guy Pavard as one of the best right-backs in the world, although he always states his desire to play in a more central position, especially when it comes to carrying the ball forward. He's extremely adept, and let's see how well he links up with players ahead of him, Peter. He's very smart. Keep an eye on him at times.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Locatelli. Oh, good spread. Conceição. He has found the way through. Tries to cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now the breakaway. This looks promising. Kalulu does really well to win the ball there.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. And it's Locatelli. Now this could be a chance. Shapes to shoot! In he goes again. He's scored! And there is your opener. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help but feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Pavard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Conceição showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Aubameyang. Traoré has it out wide and in space. Oh, good climb! That's going to go a long way. Traoré. Cross needs to be good.
Well played and well cleared.
Højbjerg driving forwards. Paixão. Marseille claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. They've played it short, now it's Greenwood. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to pass it through. There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Locatelli. And the pass is intercepted. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And he was alert to it. Boga has found the net here, of course. And it's Cambiasso. Cambiasso, rapid and full of intent. Oh, sweet feet. Skims one in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That's it, 45 minutes up. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
So it has been pretty frantic here, everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going. Marseille always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Baleri. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. The referee's awarded a free kick. Paixão. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Emerson gets over and intercepts. So Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
That's a header! And he couldn't finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Locatelli. That's good running with the ball. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? That's just playing it safe and simple.
Locatelli. David shot a goal! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Emerson did well to stay calm there.
Piemonte clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
McKennie. Conceição ventures forward. It's a promising position. That is lovely. Good ball, good take. Great ball, and the shots! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Played with speed from back to front. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Boga claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Piemonte pretty much coasted this, Peter. Should they have done more to kill it off? Absolutely. But at the same time, you can't say they were overly exerted either. So it's a good result and a clean sheet. A bonus.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.